Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to do this eyeshadow tutorial using the brand new Morphe 35T Sweetest Tea Palette yet again. I did do a review on this already, including swatches and all that good stuff, so definitely check that video out. But today I wanted to play with another look and I wanted to create something more wearable, something that you guys can actually wear out to an event. I know that the first look that I did with this palette was super creative, very out there. But you guys know me, I love playing with eyeshadows and I love to create very fun, creative looks, as well as more bronzy, more wearable looks like the look that I did today. And I wasn't going to, but I was like, you know what? I already did the review, so I'm like, why not? Let me just get it out of my system, do another look for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I also included the skin today. I went in for you guys. I did the eyeshadow, the skin, the lips. I did everything on camera today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So the palette we're using today, obvio, the Morphe 35T Sweetest palette. So again, I already did a dedicated review on this palette. Go ahead and check it out. I go more in details with swatches and all that good stuff. So the first color that I want to go into, you guys, is called Drink It In, and it's this shade right here. And I am using my Morphe M441. And what we're going to do, you guys, is I'm going to start to apply it towards this outer corner of the eye. And then with whatever I have left, I'm gonna start to move it towards the outer corner. We will bronze it up in just a second, but for now, I wanna layer this eyeshadow first. This color is so pretty. I am so obsessed with these eyeshadows, you guys, and this palette. And then with whatever I have left, you guys, I'm gonna start to bring it into the crease a little bit higher than my natural crease. This will really help to make the eye appear bigger. Now, you guys, I want to darken this up a little bit more. So I'm going to go into the shade called Sweet Tea, this nice brown shade. And this is going to go right on top of the first shade we went into, but we don't want to cover it completely. I'm still going to go into my Morphe M441 brush. And what we're going to do is just apply it right here towards this outer corner. And we're still going to flick it outwards. We just want to darken this up and make sure it looks bronzy, because I don't want too much pink. Like, I really want this to be more of a bronzy look, but I still want like a little bit of hint of that rose shade. I'm gonna go into that Morphe R40 brush, you guys, and taking the shade called Drink It In, again, that very first shade that we used. And what I'm gonna do is just go right on top of that one more time, just to make sure that we're not losing that shade. Next, you guys, I'm gonna go into the shade called Temptin' Hue. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This shade right here. Still using my Morphe R40 brush, and I'm just going to run it like just right here in the crease, in between that first shade that we used and the second eyeshadow that we placed. So this is gonna give it a really nice chocolatey, like light brown look. I'm gonna go into the shade called Always Trending, this dark brown chocolatey shimmer shade, which has been calling my name from this entire palette. And I'm gonna go into her with no setting spray. You guys can. What setting spray does, it just makes the eyeshadow more shiny and shimmery. But I'm gonna go in dry. They are really creamy, as you guys can see. So sometimes I really don't need to. So what I'm gonna start to do is just place it. Oh, so pretty. It's like a copper color. Just pretty much start to apply it all over the lid. All right, guys, so I'm going into my Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner, and it's just black. And what I'm doing is creating like a wing, except for we're doing kind of like a half wing, but we're also gonna stop right here because we're gonna go in with some dark brown eyeshadow to go on top of it to make this liner look more smoky. So unfortunately, this palette does not have like a true dark brown shade. I'm gonna go into my Makeup by Mario, and he has a dark brown shade right here. So I'm gonna go into that to just smoke out my outer corner. I am using my B Bella NG334 brush just to apply this. I'm going right on top of that black liner and just smoking it out and taking my time. This part down here does not have to be perfect because we are going to clean it up with our Neutrogena makeup wipe. So right now, just kind of focus on the top and build up that brown. And then, like I said, you guys, I'm going to take a makeup wipe and I'm just going to clean this up and just make it look nice and sharp. Going into my Ariel, Makeup by Ariel in Morphe brush, and pick up more of that gel liner. And what I'm gonna do, you guys, is just pretty much get it really close to my lash line. And then I will take it underneath to tide line. For the center of the lid, I went into the shade called Chug Along, this shade right here. And I still went into my MAC 248 brush, and I'm just pretty much applying it just right here. And I think I might even get it wet. Hold on. I'm gonna use my setting spray. I'm just going to apply it just right here, kind of like giving it like a spotlight so that when you take pictures you can see just that. So for lashes today, you guys, I have something very wispy and they're actually really pretty. These ones are from SELIGUADBEAUTY. Hopefully I'm saying this right. I got this PR package not that long ago, and this is in the style Cindy. So I am going into my Artist Couture. This is their Prep and Glow Blurring Perfecting Primer, and I apply this actually pretty much everywhere because it really gives me a nice glow. And whenever I go in with like a lot of makeup, it doesn't make my skin feel super like matte. Like it still feels a little hydrated, and I love that because you guys can see it does give you a glow. So with my complexion, you guys, I've been doing things a little different. Recently I've been doing them backwards, and I've been really liking the result. You guys don't have to do this. You can definitely do whatever you want and what you're used to, but I felt like this made a difference that even my husband complimented me. So I'm gonna go into the LA Girl. This is their Pro Concealer, which I haven't used this in such a long time, but I've been using them these past couple of days to do my cream contour. So this one is called Fawn. And then what I'm doing, you guys, is I'm gonna go into a small little brush like this. This is from Hank & Henry, and this brush is called Trish. I am just going to warm the product on the back of my hand, my clean hands, sides of my forehead, just really warm this up. And then I'm gonna go on my forehead. And when you're applying this, you are pretty much blending it in, like if you were to be applying your powder bronzer. I do like where my forehead looks really bronzy. It may not be for everybody, but I love that effect. So if you don't like your bronzer or your forehead to be too bronzy, then definitely don't add a lot. I don't have a big forehead. I think I have like a medium-sized forehead, so I can apply more bronzer. Maybe I shouldn't, but I love the look of it. And then now I'm gonna go into concealer. So I'm gonna go into my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and this was in the shade Almond. So pretty much just underneath the eye, outer corner, the chin, of course, the forehead. Alright guys, and now pretty much what I'm doing is just blending out my concealer. We are gonna go into foundation, but for right now, we're gonna blend out the concealer. And the sponge that I'm using, you guys, is from e.l.f. Their camo sponge. Such a good sponge too. I love it because it's so flexible and it's so like squishy. I love that. I love when sponges are really squishy and soft. Now I'm just taking this brush, you guys, from Ariel in collab with Morphe, and I'm just buffing this out to soften up the cream contour. You guys can see, like, look how soft and blended that looks. So for my foundation, of course, sorry, it's a little dirty. I should clean that. Into my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. This is in the shade Light 112. Yeah. Light 112. This foundation is seriously so freaking bomb. If you are combo, if you are oily, this foundation will literally not budge and seriously stay in place all day. Sweat proof. Oh my god, you guys, like, I just can't hype this foundation enough. Like, it is seriously super good. And I am taking this brush. This is from Hank & Henry as well, and it's called Nikki. And so what I've been doing is just stippling the foundation on, and I don't go on top of the concealer right here. I leave that because obviously we already went in with product and we don't want to add more because that will cake up. Just pretty much around the cream contour, around the concealer, and down right here. My forehead, just a little bit, like literally with whatever we have left remaining on this brush, and just kind of go like right in the middle. Now what I've been loving, you guys, is using this cream blush from Bite Beauty, and it's called Melon Mojito, and I'm actually almost out, but it is seriously so stinking cute, but it's really, really good. And I've been loving applying my cream blush after I've applied my creams. To apply it, I'm just gonna warm it up on the back of my hand, just warm it up. And I am using my Sigma brush, the F10. Yeah, Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 100. And so what I am doing, this one right here, this powder, I am going to set my cream contour. Yes, I do it after I blend out my creams. If you guys are new to my channel, I love to do this because, long story short, I feel like whenever I put my, whenever I bake first and then I go in with bronzer, I feel like it just looks really patchy. So I've noticed that once I go in when my skin feels a little damped, after I blended out my creams, I just feel like the bronzer just blends in so good. Like, look at that. Just looks like skin. And then now, you guys, I'm just gonna do my nose. Like I said, just very lightly going into that same bronzer from Maybelline. And then what I do also is I bring it in to make the illusion that I do have a skinny, small nose. I want to highlight this under eye a little bit more, so I'm going to go into my Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer in the shade 12S Fair. Oh my god. I'm just going to apply it right here. It is really light compared to my other concealers. I just use this pretty much just to brighten up this under eye here. Now I'm going to go into my Airspun. This is naturally neutral, and I'm using these puffs, makeup puffs that I've found on Amazon that literally everyone uses. They're seriously so good. And I'm just gonna let this sit for just a few minutes. I don't want to let it sit for too long because then it just looks really white under here. So just a few seconds. I'm just going to set all the areas that we placed concealer. I'm gonna go into my Morphe M401, and I'm pretty much just going to blend this powder into my skin, and this will allow it to look nice and soft and smooth and airbrushed. For the bridge of my nose, you guys already know me, I have to go into my Ofra. This is their mini highlighter in Rodeo Drive. And I'm just going to apply this down the bridge of my nose and then the tip. And then for my under eye, I'm gonna go into Sweet Tea from the palette. And I'm pretty much just going to run this on my lower lash line and just get it really close to your lashes. Then I'm gonna grab Tempting Hue, and I'm just gonna run this right underneath it. And then with no product, you guys, I'm gonna go into this brush from Morphe and collab with Ariel, and I'm just going to buff this out. That way it looks nice and soft and smooth. Gonna go into my TRESLUCE liner. I was gonna say lip liner. TRESLUCE eyeliner in the shade Honest, but it's just a brown, and I need to buy a new one because look how tiny it is. So I'm gonna run this just in my waterline, and then I do bring it into my lower lashes. So just kind of like to deepen that up a little bit more. For my mascara today, from the under eye, I'm gonna go into my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm gonna go into the Sweet Tea lip pencil, and then on top of it, I am gonna go actually into the Sweet Tea liquid matte lipstick. It is more of a brown, but because we are doing something very bronzy on the eyes, I definitely want something like a little bit of a brown on my lips. Now this is totally optional. You guys don't have to do this color. You can do something a little bit lighter, but I definitely want to keep it in the brown family. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's makeup tutorial and using the brand new 35T 35T Sweetest Tea palette by Morphe. So I had to go in and create another look. This one is definitely more wearable than the first look that I created, but you guys already know me. I had to go in and play with this palette and create something very colorful and very fun. And today, this is definitely a makeup look that you can wear to a wedding, to an event, and I am just obsessed. I love myself a good bronzy look. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like this look? Would you wear it out to an event? Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on my next video in Espanol on Saturday. I love you so much. Besitos. Take care, you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.